The beast was wounded by the sword and did live. Hey everyone, Johnny here, Don't Speak News. Well, this is the latest video from Leland Jones. It just came out. I want to thank Jennifer for sending it my way. And in this particular video, it's about 3.5 minutes long. He talks about the fact that Revelation 13:3 has now been fulfilled right here in front of us. And that, yes, Donald Trump is the Antichrist, the son of perdition. And he and I have been on that same page for a long time. And he also talks about the fact that in this video that this was on the anniversary of the golden calf worship that Moses had to come down and put a stop to. Remember when he was on the mountain with God and then he came down because God said, look, they're worshiping a golden calf. So it's on the same day. This happened on the same day as that did. Also, as an interesting side note, at least I thought it was, it's also Julius Caesar's birthday. Some say July 12th, a lot say the 13th. So we shall have no king but Caesar. Just saying, kind of interesting. Anyway, I'll put Leland's video up later today on don'tspeaknews.com along with a transcription from Jennifer Heath, good friend of mine and international best-selling author. So now moving on to the news I put up, or back to the news I put up Saturday night after this happened. I put this update up on Saturday night at 8:30. And I said this, and I still stand by it, and we'll get more into it as we go. Personally, I believe that this assassination attempt was more about starting a civil war in the USA than it was anything else. I don't see Trump suddenly taking over the world or anything like that. He's already had his time in power, guys. But it looks like what Dmytro Duduman was told would happen in America is taking shape. He was told by an angel of the Lord that America would burn, but would begin with a civil war. In fact, he was sent over here to America from Romania, not even knowing the language, to give us this very message. Of course, we didn't really listen because nobody really repented. But during this chaos of the civil war that's going to begin is when Russia and China will strike. If you haven't seen the video, I put it up on don'tspeaknews.com. And you can listen to it for yourselves. But it seems to be unfolding now and taking shape. He didn't say that it would be the Antichrist getting shot that would start the civil war, but nonetheless, there would be one. So here we go. I believe we're starting to see that take shape. Like I said, they've been trying to get one started since January 2021, but that didn't work. So now we have this. This guy's name is Jonathan Willis. He's the officer in the famous photo of the two snipers on the roof at Trump's rally. He said, I came here to inform the public that I had the assassin in my sights for at least 3 minutes, but the head of the Secret Service refused to give the order to take out the perp. 100% the top brass prevented me from killing the assassin before he took the shots at President Trump. And according to the author here, summarizing this story, the biggest takeaway was how sloppy this mark was organized, meaning the shooter. Everything's on camera. Every spliced second, from the security detail that surrounded Trump to the Special Forces marksman who witnessed the shooter climb a ladder that was stationed against the building while holding a rifle and positioning himself facing Trump in full view of the Special Ops marksman. And like he said, he was not allowed to do anything about it. This guy had the perp in his sights for 3 minutes. Not to mention, let's go back over to Telegram quick. This video I put up this morning of at least 50 people yelling and screaming that, look at this guy on the roof for several minutes, and the Secret Service did nothing. And you can see the guy right there. And if you watch the whole video, you'll see him move around and get repositioned and stuff. You know, he's all comfortable, not being threatened at all. So, inside job, yeah. And they made it obvious too, like I said. Then over here at Vaccine Impact, he reposted John Rappaport's blog post that he had up earlier. And of course, John Rappaport is an outstanding investigative reporter, as we know. But like he says here, it was a total failure, a complete and total failure, and I believe an on-purpose failure. So he goes through some reasons here that he's not buying the excuse that the Secret Service was undermanned. They were, but that building should have been an A1 priority. Yes, that should have been absolutely secured. And then, of course, when you see a perp pointing a rifle at the direction of Donald Trump, you should give the order to take him out. But they wouldn't do that. So a Convinci rally attendee told the press and that he and other people saw the shooter climbing up on the roof with a gun. And I just showed you the video. And shouted to the cops and Secret Service agents nearby, warning them, and got no response. Indeed. And then, number 2, Secret Service agents kept Trump down on the floor behind the podium for close to a minute. Why? Was the podium made of thick steel? If the shooter was still active, he could have just pumped a lot more rounds in the lower part of the podium. Makes no sense. But of course, I think he was shot right after the shots began, or at least his first volley was done. Anyway, I'll let you read the rest on your own. But he goes through all the different reasons he also believes it was an inside job. And with this testimony and everything that we've seen on video, guys, I have no doubt this was an inside job. And it's, like I say, it's designed to foment, get started the civil war here in America, which I believe is coming very soon, especially after this. But we'll see. We have to wait and see how everything unfolds. But prophecy has definitely been fulfilled. Revelation 13:3. I'll put this video up by Leland a little bit later today. And that's it for now. God bless, take care. Johnny Storm, Don't Speak News.